Hi witches, greetings and welcome to a witch's guide to lunar magic. And as you guys know, we've been chatting about the different moons, the different lunar phases throughout the year in an effort to kind of standardize it, like the stuff that I did last year, and to go a little bit more in depth, right? So I have been, of course, using this to fill out my grimoire. So if you guys haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. I showed you, I think, some more of the Wheel of the Year stuff, but I'm getting more and more finished with the moons, and I'm very excited. Now, today we're going to be discussing the new moon in Gemini, which is occurring on Sunday, June 18th around midnight here on the East Coast. So we might be celebrating on Saturday So you might decide to celebrate on a Saturday. Now, as the name suggests, this new moon falls in the sign of Gemini, a mutable air sign that is ruled by Mercury. Now, Mercury is, of course, all about communication and travel and movement. So this moon in Gemini really asks us to shake free of anything that has held us back this spring in order to burst forward more valiantly in the summer ahead, because we have coming up Litha, the summer solstice, which we're going to be talking about a lot this weekend, so I'm really excited. Now, as a mutable air sign, right, Gemini reminds us to keep it light, to take it easy, and to be curious, flexible, and open-minded. Gemini inspires us to pay attention to the words we use and how we articulate and verbalize our thoughts. Being an air sign as well, this new moon reminds us of how important our mental clarity, our intellect, and our mental health is, right? So it's good to take stock of that and take care of that during this new moon. So I'm sure that is all well and good, but here on this channel, I know that we love chatting all about practical magic and the ceremony of it all. So let's recap some of the correspondences. Now, first, let's review the spiritual intentions that we touched on earlier. So things such as curiosity, creativity, communication, travel, movement, excitement, and empowerment. Colors that you would see associated with this moon. I encourage you to look to the world around you for inspiration. And, you know, right now we are at the height of summer, so all of nature's beautiful colors are in full bloom. So I encourage you to use like a multicolored altar cloth, something with a lot of vibrancy, or maybe even your favorite color. So something like that you would want to add to your altar for the new moon in Gemini. Next, let's chat about some of the symbols that you can use to decorate your altar. So things such as lunar imagery, of course, that is always something that you can use to create a lunar altar. But symmetry and balance to represent the twins of Gemini, divination tools, journals, pens, pencils, or creative tools. Maybe your cell phone for communication, rainbows, bees, fish, deer, other animals that dwell in herds or packs, things that have to communicate with each other, right? You might want to honor gods associated with travel, communication, writing, magic, or knowledge. And, you know, these could be, for example, Mercury, Hermes, Thoth, Loki, or just any sort of like trickster god, anything like that, who has maybe two different sides to them, right? And for all of my wonderful spellcrafters, green witches, alchemists, etc., let's chat about some of the herbs and crystals, shall we? In general, we want to select herbs that are associated with our spiritual correspondences or spiritual intentions, right? So in the case of the new moon in Gemini, we want to focus on herbs associated with communication and creativity, or that are ruled by the element of air or the planet Mercury. So I encourage you to use herbs such as almond, bergamot, fennel, fern, lavender, lemongrass, marjoram, mint, borage, clover, chamomile. I wrote clover again, maybe try that one twice. Fenugreek, maple, pine, sage, and star anise. And for crystals, we'll use kind of a similar logic, matching up stones that correspond with the colors of this moon, perhaps, or our spiritual intentions. So for this new moon, I would consider any sort of agate, amethyst, bloodstone, tiger's eye, moonstone, of course, citrine, jasper, aventurine, alexandrite, things that are just super colorful or bring you joy. So in terms of spell work, there are a few things that I really encourage you guys to do. Number one, as always, is cleansing your space, but I really encourage you to focus on using sound or perhaps smoke cleansing if you can, just to really connect with that element of air. Consider using a custom playlist that you have made for cleansing your space with some of your favorite songs or songs that really just like lift the vibe, right? Any sort of creative spell work. So if you are an artist, maybe painting your spell, right? Creating a sigil or something that is just like really creative, something that leaves you with a finished product, perhaps, something that just brings you joy to make. Next, you might want to consider beginning your preparations for Letha. So in tandem with your new moon and Gemini altar, you can really start to bring in elements of the summer solstice. And well, again, we'll be talking about that a little bit later, but I'm so excited for Letha. It's gonna be so fun. Next, you might want to consider setting intentions for the month ahead, which is always a good thing to do at a new moon. The new moon is kind of a blank slate for all of us, right? So it's a time to reset and really look forward to the goals, the things that we are, looking forward to doing in the month ahead, right? Going along with that, this is also a great time to be refreshing any wards or other spell work, especially spell work associated with abundance, because this is kind of the height of the abundance season right now. So spell work like money bowls or things like that that attract like good energies into the home would be awesome. And then finally, I really encourage you guys to go out and create something for your sacred space. Now, if you, of course, are in the broom closet, maybe finding something like small just to add, like a beautiful stone or something like that, but go out and really try and find or create something really beautiful for your sacred space that is special to you and perhaps only you, right? So all of that being said, I hope you guys have a fabulous new moon. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.